Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, huge massive thank you for the support. So today I'm still with Treasured Moments, and this one is the beautiful Just Married. So you've got the beautiful sort of car with the greeting on. You've got this beautiful foiled border here on both sides, and then you've got the printed cardstock with the car on. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. So I'm just going to go with a 6x12 piece of cardstock. So that is 6x12, and I'm going to score at 4. And just because I've got the smaller board, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to score it at 2 and at 4. So I'm just going to do a cute little stepper card for this one. Okay, so just give those a burnish down, and then I'll hold that up so you know how the card is going to stand. So that is our card. Insert would go in here at the back, so that would be a 4x6, just under, and the card will stand like so. Okay, so let's just give that a really good burnish down. Okay, so the foiling on this kit is silver, so let me grab a piece of silver foil. There we go. And I need to make a piece for this top piece here, which is the 4x6 and the 2x6. So as usual, I'm just going to go 2 notches under. If you're working in centimeters, then maybe just do half a centimetre, something like that would be good. And then that's going to fit nicely onto there. And then we want a piece that's going to be 2 notches under 2 and 2 notches under 6. This is quite a nice card in that it doesn't use a lot of cardstock up. Okay, so let's pop those into the bit box. And I think for this one, let's see, 2, so 1 3/4. Yeah, it'll work quite nicely. So I'm going to cut this first of all at 5 3/4, and then I'm going to cut at 1 3/4 for that base. Let me just take, going to take a little, probably about 2 notches off the bottom. Just want to fit as much of that flower on as I can. So 1 3/4, and it just means I get all of those little delicate bits at the top, and that should fit quite nicely onto there, and it does. And then we want 3 3/4, again keeping that border in, and that one should fit quite nicely onto there, and it does. And we've got a nice piece of card there. Probably would be able to make a 3x6 card out of that if I needed to. Okay, so let's start assembling. Okay, so the glues I'm going to be using as usual is going to be my Kalau All Purpose in that one, which is the same as the Hunkydory construction glue. I wanted to say coordination glue, but it wasn't. And this is just Kalau tacky quick dry tacky glue, which you can use your any sort of PVA glue that you like instead, whatever you're used to using. It's a personal preference, isn't it? There's a bit of a hair in the top of my glue. I'll sort that out in a second. So I'm just going to pop that in. Just make sure that's nice and straight. I'll just grab a little bit of tissue. There we where that hair's come from, but it decided to stick itself to my glue. So again, all-purpose glue, a bit of tacky in those corners. Just give that a press down. Already that is looking absolutely lovely. So again, same thing. And this cardstock is so delicate and lovely. I did toy with the idea of putting a sort of silver ribbon or a pink ribbon in, but I just think this cardstock is enough. You know, it's so pretty. Why would I don't need to add anything to it, unless it's for somebody super special that you really want to. So if you want to, then go for it, but I just like it without. I think it's pretty, really pretty. Okay, so we're just going to pop that in. A good press down so that the glue makes connectivity. And then we can let that. So I've just got a little bit of glue coming out the corner there, but it's the tacky one, so it will be clear. Okay, so I was thinking about using this beautiful big square car, and also I think I'll go with, actually I'll go with, no, I may well, I'll go with congratulations on there. I may change this up to the here's to many years, happy years together, and I may come in and use some of these buttons, but let's see. So originally my idea was I'm going to pop that on the top, this is going to come on there, maybe a couple of gems here, and I don't see anything wrong with that, so let's go ahead. I think I'm probably going to miss out this middle frame just to give it a bit of air, so that's, I have to get my knife on this, bear with me, a little bit secure at the top, so let's just see how, let's grab my knife, where's he gone, there he is. So what I'm going to do is just the pip is just more close to the actual frame than it was, so it was just tearing a little. I didn't want it to ruin the frame, so I'm just going to pop this all the way around. Like I say, I don't think I'm going to use that. I think it's just going to be those two, so we've got that nice bit of air in between. I may change my mind, but let's see. So we still want it to fit in a 6x6 envelope, so I am going to be conscious of that when I'm placing this down. And I think this first layer, just for a bit of strength, I'm going to pop that on with some tacky glue. So let's move that into the middle of my mat. And I know I can go just a bit, and I'm using my tacky glue just because it's going to be easier to use that. Okay, so let's come in straight on the bottom. Now if you wanted to go to a bigger envelope, what you could do is bring this topper right up to that halfway point, which would look nice as well. But I'm not going to worry about it, because when this opens, this does fall down, so that full topper will be seen. So you're not gonna, it's not going to be like it's up like that on the shelf, hiding bits and pieces of it. It's not. That does fall forward a little bit on the shelf, so just be aware of that. So let's come in, let's use up these ones, and I need to go, so I'm just going to go just above that halfway mark because I don't want these foam pads to be seen, and then just making sure I'm putting them on the right way. I'm going to put quite a good amount on because we want it to be stable. And what I'm going to do is just, before I do anything with this, I'm just going to pop that in, and then I'm just going to use that to guide my placement of this piece, so we've got an equal distance all the way around. So again, pulling off these backing pads. And then what we can do is turn this around, fold that piece down. I can slide that into place. Now I'm thinking, let's have a look at it without, now it's done. Yeah, I think I like it without, because I like it to have a bit of air behind. It just looks like it's floating more. So another one we can keep for another day, so we're going to keep that in a safe place. And then this one is going to come on here. So I think I'm going to come in with a smaller pad. So this is like a 1mm one. So let's make sure we've got that the right way. And again, let's just cut that a little bit. I'm just making these just a little bit narrower, and then just put here. Stuck to my scissors, that's a bit naughty. It's supposed to be non-stick. Okay, we'll use that bit instead. And there, means I need to clean my scissors now. I just use a little bit of alcohol and then that usually gets it off. Okay, so that's that piece there. Again, tacky glue. And for this, what I'm going to do, I know I've got the pads up to the halfway mark, but I do want it to cross over a little bit so that it's coming across that other topper. That's there, perfect. Let's put those back where they belong so I can find them next time. And then I'm going to bring in some silver gems. I'll just put a few in there, different sizes. And then let's see, so I think we want 3 along here. Grab it all. Small one. One slightly bigger. That's going to be perfect actually. No, that is the same size, so we do want one slightly bigger than that. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just put 2 on this side as well. Sorry, that's my tummy talking again. So I use that one that's got a bit of glue on. And then we've got that smaller one there as well. Into there, probably come back with those on the next card as well, but we will see. Okay, so that is that one finished. It, like I say, it will stand out a little bit forward. It's difficult to show you on the camera. Maybe that's probably quite accurate, but it will go in a 6x6 envelope. And all it needs is a little 4x6 piece of insert paper on the inside. So that is that one there. So I'm just going to get set up for card number 2. Okay, so for card number 2, I'm coming in again with another piece of 6x12. Skip my brain for a moment there. I don't know why, but it's the one I use the most. So I'm going to do an off-center gatefold for this one. Okay, so I'm going to score at 4. And then just because I've got the smaller board, I'm going to turn that around and score at 4. And I'm going to burnish that down like so. Okay. And then I'm going to grab on my board, and I need some silver foil card because the foiling on this kit is all silver, and I need to do a piece for the inside first of all, so I'm going to go 2 notches under the 6, 5, 2 notches under the 6. Okay, I just need to feel a bit of drag there, so let me just clean up that channel. So this blade seems to have lasted longer. I know it's more expensive than the other one, but touch wood, it seems to have lasted longer than the other ones did, so I don't mind that. I don't mind paying more if they last longer. Okay, so that fits quite nicely in there. And then we need a piece for this side, which is going to be 2 notches under the 4 by 2 notches under the 6. And I think that's probably, yeah, I might be able to get it out of here. So we need a piece of sticky tape. Might be easier to do this out of another piece, to be honest with you, to make sure I get it straight, but we will have a go. Let's try. So we want 2 notches under the 2. Hold it there. And then 2 notches under the 6. I'm hoping that should fit quite nicely there. Yep, it does. Okay, so these bits, apart from that, can go into my bit box. Right, so for this one, I'm pretty much going to use all of this cardstock on this card because I haven't got the insert. So I'm going to cut this whole panel at 5 3/4. I'm just going to panic that I've done that the wrong size, but I haven't. Okay. So now we want 3 3/4. I want to keep that if I can, or more of the card. So let's do the inside piece first of all. So that's going to be 5 3/4. And then we want a piece that's going to be 1 3/4. It should be that piece there. Yep, happy with that. And then this piece needs to be 3 3/4. So what I'm going to do first of all is take a little bit off that edge, and then let's see where we come to on the 3 3/4. Yeah, okay. I just really wanted to keep all of that carving because that is the main design on my card. I'm not putting the topper that I've got is a small one with flowers, and then the sentiment, so that is going to be the biggest design point on my card. So I was trying to keep that in the middle, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's do this assembling. So again, Kalau all-purpose glue in this one here, and my tacky glue in this one here, this Kalau again. And I'm just going to pop that in, just making sure that I'm nowhere near those creases for the folds, because that would affect my card folding. Fine. You can see I've got a little bit of all-purpose glue there, but it's going to be covered up, so I'm not going to panic about that. But I am going to be a bit more careful on my next layer. And I think, yeah, the flowers do go along the bottom, so we'll keep those there. So that's our inside done. So if you wanted to do this with insert paper, if you've got the insert pack, I would do it with the insert pack, and then it's nice and easy to write on. Just make sure you give that glue a good press down, because there's nothing worse than trying to write on bumpy glue. So carrying on with these layers, tacky glue in these corners. This is quite a quick card to make, really. Once you've done all the cutting out, it's there's not a lot of technicality to it. It's just a question of just popping all the bits into place. Just make sure I've got that in the right place. Okay, and then we've got our beautiful little just married car. Okay, and then again. Okay, do we just going over just a bit on there. Okay, so let's bring in our toppers. So we've got, this is the flower one that I was thinking about here as our sort of crossover locking piece. Now we've got a just married, we've got To the Happy Couple, which I think really needs to go with this topper here. We've got an And They Lived Happily Ever After, and Here's to Many Happy Years Together. So I really like this one, and I think the blue will go nice on there. So let's see how we want that to go. So obviously that's going to go on the centre. And then some gems. Or we could put that on the inside. No, just need it on the outside. Let's see. So that is the way around. Yeah, I think I like it there where it's got a bit of space to move around, so we'll put that one up there. Now I am going to go with these little 1mm pads. Go nice and quite close on this one, so not too much depth. A little bit of tacky glue just to give me that bit of wiggle room time. I'll just put it so that it's sort of pretty much halfway along there. And then this one, again, I'm going to use these 1mm pads. These pads I think have been out a little while. These might have been some of the ones that I found. So let's pop that straight down the middle there. Then pop that in half. There. So I want this to have a good amount of support. And this one, get some of that in there as well. Oops. Alright, okay. So again, just peeling these backs off. And then I'm just going to pop those sort of markings with that point exactly on halfway. And so it's going on my card, so it's going on this fold. So that folds in. We can't see any of those foam pads, so that's a job well done for me. So let's pop that lid on there because we don't think we need that again. So again, I'm going to come in with these silver gems. And I think I'm going to come in with 1, 2, 3 on there. And again, I think I'm going to sort of graduate them a little bit. Same size as that one is. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to come in with these 2 different sizes. So I'm going to put the bigger one there. Actually, I'm not going with another one the same size. Copy back. There we go. And I'm leaving that one there blank because we've got that sentiment there. So that's already got something to draw your eye to that corner. So it brings your eye around the card in a sort of journey. So if your eyes do journey around a card, that is pretty much how I would describe that. Okay, so those are my cards today. So let me just put that pin in and I'll bring in that first card, a little stepper card. So what I'll do now is I'll take pictures of these and I will put them up on Pinterest. I do also post on Facebook in a couple of the groups as well. If you do want to find me on Pinterest, it's just Sybil Jane's Concoctions, exactly the same. Same on Facebook. I do put them up on my page as well as in a couple of groups. It just gives you that opportunity to really zoom into the photos and get a better look at them if you want to. Okay. But those are just 2 of the ideas on that Just Married sheet from the Treasured Moments. I'm not sure if there's going to be a gap between my next video. I am planning on moving some things around, so I'm hoping that there won't be, but just in case there is, don't worry about me, I am fine. I'm just moving some of my kit downstairs, some of the filming kit stuff that I use so that hopefully I might be able to play a bit more, maybe even bring a few other videos with different products, not just Hunkydory all the time like I used to, but that's the plan. So hopefully that will be sorted in time for the next video, but if it's not, please don't worry about me, and I will be back as quick as I can. But thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Happy crafting. Bye.